Welcome, T-Bird fans, for another fantastic coaches show. And once again, with me, we have Coach Angel Sharman. And so we are going to have a great little discussion today, aren't we, Coach?
We are.
As always, we do. And so we actually had some action this last weekend, not just a scrimmage. It's full-on game time right now, full season, and we like that.
It's here for sure.
It definitely is here. So, let's get into it. The good, the bad, and the, what
ugly?
can be improved upon. I try to be a little bit nice about it, but I guess the ugly.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's talk a little bit about this past weekend. Some definitely some good. Great Friday. Saturday was a little bit on the rougher side. Let's dive deep.
Friday was, we got some W's, but I think at the same time, I don't think, we played a couple of teams that probably weren't as aggressive that we saw on Saturday, so it kind of looked like we were playing better, which really I don't think we did. And then when we played the teams on Saturday that actually were a little bit more competitive, it really showed our weaknesses of what we have to work on. So I think, again, serve and pass is huge right now. Our passing was atrocious, and then we couldn't get the ball in bounds for serving. So we served aggressive, but now we just need to work on consistency of getting that ball inside.
Right, and I know when you do land those spots with the aggressive serving, it's amazing and does really well. It gets the other team out of position and kind of disorganized, and then kind of does better for your team. So it's unfortunate I couldn't quite land those.
For sure, and the thing is, too, is I think they served aggressive at us, and so we were out of system, I think, 90% of the time. And so, and that showed our hitting percentage. But, again, it kind of gave our kids an eye-opener of really working on our process and really focusing on what coaches are saying, and we're just not saying it just to do it. It does work if we do it. So hopefully they'll open their eyes and actually understand that taking passing serious and that it's the key of the game.
And do you feel that it's still kind of getting adjustment to the speed of the game right now, or is it just, hey, they've got to improve on passing?
Well, I think both. Again, I think practice-wise, we just don't have the mentality right now of the pace of the game, so everybody is just at the same pace. And so then when you go and play other teams and tournaments, their pace is a lot quicker than what we're seeing in practice. And so we're going to change some things and add some things to try to work on the pace of the game a little bit.
I'm curious, is it going to be anything fun?
No.
Well, volleyball players, you're having some fun practices coming up, so hopefully you're watching this. Be prepared.
Yeah. They got to see a little bit yesterday. They worked a little bit harder yesterday. We had a pretty good practice yesterday. I thought our intensity was a little bit better, but at the same time, when we talked about scrimmage and things like that, we're going to try to incorporate something a little bit that has maybe a little bit bigger hitters than what we've normally seen.
All right, and I'm going to ask you, and I'm fairly sure I know the answer. How's the communication?
At times, okay, but not great.
Any plans to implement in those practices along with the speed?
Which we did yesterday.
Okay.
We have incorporated some, it's not a punishment. It is just you choose to not do something, then we will choose for you of what you're going to do.
Oh, that sounds wonderful.
So, yeah.
Got
so
it.
we had some people, we had to choose some things to do.
Right. So very incentivized to be loud and communicate. Man, I wish we could just be able to text out there on the field or
right?
on the court and just, hey, 1-1-1. No, pass to me. But
they probably would do that.
Volleyball is too fast-paced of a game to really be able to do that. So we had some what I thought was Good Friday, but kind of maybe not so great. Saturday was a little rough. You played Seward County close. It was still 3-0 that loss. And then McCook just a lot more rough than maybe.
Well, that's where we got aced, I think, 12 times, I think. So, and then we missed, I don't know how many serves as well. So, again, I think they just took off what we've accomplished or didn't do against Seward. Because, again, those were close sets, and we just kind of, with this group, again, I just don't know if we have the killer instinct of, we lost that one, let's fight out for the next one. It was more of, I feel sorry for myself. So we'll have to work on that.
Right, because I remember going back and watching some of the McCook game, and I know you had mentioned blocking before had been an issue, and I did see that one where they went up and approached, and I mean, McCook, give credit to them, they found a great spot right between the defenders and killed it right on the spot. So it was, got it.
Yeah.
So short-term memory, let's hopefully learn from it, forget about it, and we'll look forward to this weekend. So you travel down to Cheyenne.
Correct.
LCCC is hosting a tournament, which it's going to be some rather intense competition. I'm not going to lie. We've got a number 1 ranked team in the nation that will be playing, and then currently 19, but probably moving up.
Correct. And probably, I will say, another team in there should probably be ranked. I think New Mexico Military should be up there. She always does a great job, and so I think she's going to be pretty salty, but we won't play them. And so hopefully this weekend, the rest of the week or the rest of the year, our tournaments are going to be, we're going to be playing ranked teams. So we just need to get it going. But hopefully this weekend we can try to shoot for 2-2. That's my goal.
Because you at least have a rematch against Seward County.
We do. And again, we have a shot if we actually play. Again, if we can control our serve and then control our pass, I think we have a better shot with them. And I'll be honest, we still don't have a starting lineup. And so we're still trying to figure that out, to be honest. And so I think as soon as we try to get that consistency, it might help us out a little bit. But I think, the consistency isn't going to change or have an effect on our passing and our serve. That's just a given. So, Florida Southwestern is better than they were last year. They're going to be hitting over our block, and so we just got to be able to play some defense and cover well. But again, it's a good learning tool for them. Eastern Florida, they're really good as well. We're going to be small compared to them.
Right, and I mean, I've seen some of those Florida teams because last year at Nationals playing against Miami-Dade, you could really tell the difference. Yeah. And so I imagine some of those Florida teams would continue to have that height. Yeah. You do have a little bit of height this year.
We do, but still we don't have the height that they have.
Right. Yeah, I imagine they have probably 6'5", 6'6".
Yeah.
And I think Mina is 6'2", and I think that's your tallest player.
That is.
So hopefully we can get some athletic ability as we make some adjustments and get up there. But hey, we're rooting for you, that's for sure.
Again, we're going to work on the things we need to, and again, our goal is to go 2-2, and then hopefully we can do some good things against those quicker, and I'll be honest, they're going to be a little bit more athletic than we are. But, they got to play volleyball just as good as we do and serve and pass. So if we can try to get them maybe out of system a little bit more, then maybe.
Well, and I'll give you this, Coach. I like how you and your team don't shy away from playing those tough teams.
We don't.
And even last year, you played a lot of tournaments with tough teams, ranked opponents. This year, you're already playing some very tough teams. And so I would imagine that playing those tough teams early and then continuing on as we get into conference play later on in the season, that'll really kind of take effect.
The thing is when you want to play those tough teams, because again, that's what's going to make you better. That's what's going to show you your weaknesses. Playing the JV teams aren't going to show you your weakness because our region is tough. So as long as our kids just don't get depressed about it, that's the big key. If they just learn from it and continue to grow and continue to improve, that's what we're looking for, because again, we want to finish at the top of the mountain or the peak towards the end of the year, and just continuing to climb to get better. So hopefully they take something away from that.
Right. So the one key, if you could just wave a magical wand and say, okay, my team is amazing at this, what would it be to make it where you're going to go and be at your best?
I just want them to be competitive. I don't know if we have a real competitive bone in our body. of anyone. And so I would just zap them and get a little bit of competitiveness.
It's almost lacking a passion. It's like, hey, this is, yes, we're
The
at
true
junior
why,
college. Yeah, perfect. There you go.
You know.
So maybe we need to sit around a TP or whatever it is, and
One of those hot ones.
and just have a little come to Jesus moment, or however it might be.
Well, we're trying some of those. We'll see.
All right. Well, we're definitely excited for this weekend, and obviously we'll have an update the following week on how it went.
Oh, I'm sure.
we try to be nice, but we don't shy away from those important facts, right?
No.
We give the fans what they want,
Absolutely.
the full in-depth. And, well, Coach, it's always a pleasure, and
Thank you.
we will see you next time, so stay
Sounds
tuned.
good.